Just to bring everybody up to speed, I bought this 1982 club car golf cart at an auction, and the problem was the steering column was making a lot of noise and very difficult to steer. Come to find out, it's a Ross steering box that was used. It goes in right there. It was used in like Willis Jeeps and John Deere tractors and other things. Had a very difficult time finding the parts to rebuild it. I've ordered some parts and we're going to see if those fit, and I'll let you know. Nuts. And this is the part right here that I needed. The other one was in bad shape. It was in pieces, as a matter of fact. And so I've ordered another part, a set of bearings that come off a Cub Cadet tractor, to see if they'll replace it. This is the steering box unit here. It's been, I've already taken it out, cleaned it up. It comes apart. This little bolt rides on the worm gear here, and that's what turns the vehicle. But if you look on the side, make sure I got that. They look almost identical in size, as far as I can tell. They're the exact same size. So, alright, first step, put the race in. I'm just going to check it and make sure everything fits. Then the bearing will drop in. Make sure all that lines up and it's seated okay. Then I'm going to put the drive shaft in and see how it does. Making sure it fits. And seems to work very smooth. I think these bearings are going to work. I just clamped a piece of wood on the workbench here so I can get it to hold the drive shaft for me while I put it together. One bearing is already in. I'm getting ready to put the other bearing in. The bearing will go in with the balls up and the cone kind of facing down like this. So I'm just going to drop it in on top. Here's the new race. Put it in. Everything seems to be fitting. And that part of it seems to work pretty good. Alright, let's continue with putting it together. Yeah, I know I'm using a T-square, but I don't have anything that'll fit down in there. Do a good job, so it should just be slightly tight. Alright, let's see. Tighten it up some more, take out that excessive play, and that should be okay. I got the bearings in. What I had to do to make them work out right, I don't know if the part is worn or what the deal is, but down in this end, right in here, I had to put a nylon bushing, or just a nylon washer, up in there, and it pushed the bearing down a little bit, because when I would tighten it up with this nut here, when I would tighten that down, I still had play in and out this way on the shaft, but now there's no play and it spins really nice. So let's put it back together and we'll see if everything worked out. I have a little gasket here that I took out of its original gasket. This is the adjustment pin right here that goes through that you can adjust the tension in and out on the steering where it rides into the worm drive, and I'll leave that out a little bit till I can get it adjusted. Seems to be working okay. All right, let me get this back together and we'll get it in the cart. Okay, everything is back together. I put a bearing right here instead of just two nuts on there and tightened against each other, and put some blue Loctite on it to try to keep it in place. But I greased it. Everything seems to work pretty smooth. No play. So we'll put it back in the golf cart and see how it goes. Oh, almost forgot. The adjustment for the worm drive. What I've read online is you're supposed to tighten it up until it stops. Just get it snug and then back it off about 1/8 of a turn. And then put your lock nut on and tighten it down. And that should provide enough for it to bite on the worm drive without giving a lot of play. So alright, let's install it on the golf cart. Okay, it's back in. I'll show you how it goes in. Just slide it up through, and all the holes and everything will seem to line up good. And then okay, I got all the linkage hooked back up, and now everything seems to be working good. Everything's tight, very little play in the steering. I had to adjust the little bolt that goes in and rides on the worm drive. I had it too tight. So when I told you before, back it off about 1/8 of a turn, you might need to back it off a little bit more, or either adjust it once you get it on the golf cart itself. That's the best way to do it, seemed to me. Okay, I got the new shocks on. Everything's locked in place. I'm going to go all the way to the left, lock, then all the way to the right. Everything seems to be pretty smooth. Let's take it for a test drive.